So, you're using AI to write code. That's great, but that's kind of table stakes now, right? What if it could do so much more? In this explainer, we're going to look at how to absolutely supercharge Claude Code, turning it from just a coder's assistant into, like, the central command hub for your entire workflow.
I mean, think about it. We all use AI to write a function here or debug a little snippet there. But what if your AI could reach beyond the editor? What if it could actually connect to and orchestrate all the other tools you use every single day?
Just picture this for a second. You type in a single prompt, and Claude Code doesn't just write some new feature. It also goes and pulls the requirements straight from a Jira ticket, queries your database for the right user data, and even checks Sentry for related errors in production. I mean, that sounds like science fiction, doesn't it?
Well, guess what? It's not. This is something you can do today, right now, thanks to something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. And we're about to break down exactly what that is and how you can get started with it.
All right, first up, let's talk about the why. Why should you even care about this? Well, because connecting your tools unlocks some seriously, and I mean seriously, impressive powers. Look at this. We're not just talking about writing code anymore. This is about orchestrating your entire workflow. You could ask Claude to build a new feature based on that Jira ticket, check the usage stats in StatSig, query a Postgres database, pull in a design from Figma, and heck, even draft the follow-up emails in Gmail. It connects the whole shebang.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, all right, how does all this magic actually work? Let's get into the what. And I promise you, the core concept here is way simpler than you think.
So, at its heart, the Model Context Protocol is just an open-source standard. Think of it as a shared language that lets an AI, like Claude Code, talk to all your other applications. These things called MCP servers are basically the bridges that give Claude secure access to your tools and APIs.
But let's make that even simpler. If you remember one thing, remember this. The best way to think about MCP is as a universal adapter, right? You've got Claude Code on one end, and you've got all your tools. GitHub, Sentry, whatever, on the other. MCP is the plug that lets you connect any of them directly to your AI. Simple as that. Okay, enough theory. Let's get practical and actually do something. We're moving on to the how, and we're going to connect your very first tool. You know, it really just boils down to 3 super simple steps. First, you add the tool from your terminal. We're going to focus on remote servers, because that's the most common and flexible way to do it. Second, you just have to log in inside Claude Code itself with a quick /mcp command. And third, well, you just start prompting. It's really that straightforward. Let's look at a real-world example. Say you want to connect to GitHub. You'd run this exact command right here in your terminal. All this is doing is telling Claude, hey, I want to add a new tool, I'm going to call it GitHub, and you can find it at this URL. That's it. You've just built the bridge. And this is the payoff. After that one little command, you can just write a prompt like this, in plain English. Claude Code now actually understands what PR456 is, it can access it through that connection you just built, and it can get right to work helping you review it. It's amazing. So now that you've made a connection, where do you actually manage it? This brings us to a really important part, the where, because it's crucial to decide if a tool is just for you or if it's for your entire team. So MCP gives you 3 different places to save these connections, which it calls scopes. Here's a quick way to think about it. Project is for your team-wide tools that everybody on the project needs. User is for your personal toolkit that you want available in every single project you work on. And local is kind of for one-off connections or something specific just to that one repository. Now, this is a total game changer for teams. When you set a tool's scope to project, it creates this tiny little mcp.json file. You just commit this to your repository, and that's it. Every single person on your team is now perfectly in sync. I mean, this is huge. It gets rid of configuration headaches and standardizes your whole team's toolset with just one commit.
Okay, so you've got the fundamentals down. You know how to connect a tool. But let's briefly look at the next level, because believe me, connecting a tool is really just the beginning.
You can start doing some really powerful stuff, like referencing GitHub issues directly in your prompts with these little @mentions. You can discover all these tool-specific / commands to do complex tasks, and the ecosystem is massive. You can find hundreds of pre-built servers out there on GitHub, or you can even build your own custom server with the official SDK to connect to your own company's internal tools. So, there you have it. You now get the why, the what, and the how of the Model Context Protocol. You can connect your tools, you can sync them with your team. The power is literally at your fingertips. So the only real question left is, what will you build next?